Hello, I'd like to welcome you as we explore MDACA, Big Data Virtualization, Big Data Management Capabilities Training. Hi, I'm Evie, and I'll be your trainer today. Before we begin, we want to provide the following clarification. Data virtualization is not a database. It serves as a logical data layer for the enterprise by providing access to its critical data. The following training will provide scenarios that Company M will use for setting up MDACA Big Data Virtualization within their enterprise. Let's see how Company M can leverage MDACA Big Data Virtualization in a big data ecosystem process. First, let me provide a little background information. Company M manages multiple database platforms, operating systems, file systems, IoT devices, on-prem and multi-cloud environments to support big data integration and initiatives for the enterprise. Company M is responsible for developing a data strategy that addresses cost reduction, architecture, and consolidation of resources. So let's take a look at what requirements will be needed to accomplish their initiatives. First, Company M needs to be able to take on a cost reduction data consolidation effort with minimal effort on the organization. Add new data sources and query data with minimal effect on the organization. Query across multiple databases without having to move data, allowing query data to remain in place. Have centralized security administration to manage access to the organization's data. And finally, manage data sets across multiple platforms that include on-prem, cloud, and multi-cloud. Company M's approach includes the following 4 simple steps. Step 1, centralize data access leveraging MDACA Big Data Virtualization in support of query federation. Step 2, set up access and integrated security. Step 3, develop process and leverage MDACA Big Data Virtualization for cloud and data migration and maintenance. And then finally, step 4, develop process and leverage MDACA Big Data Virtualization for availing data to researchers and quality control teams. Given the current state of Company M, we can see every application has direct connectivity to its database. Security is often managed at the database level. Data federations is typically done at the application level by query, copy, or join. And there could be a system of records challenge. There could be data copies and duplications that exist. And typically, the current state only supports structured data integration. As mentioned earlier, we are now going to review the 4 simple steps Company M will follow to set up MDACA Big Data Virtualization. You can see from the centralized data access and the MDACA Big Data Virtualization cluster, they have a lot simpler approach than the current state. When using MDACA Big Data Virtualization, Company M can now have a defined system along with its associated data owners. They can leverage RBAC data access protocols, support data standardization, and master data management. They can define any data security along with its complexities. They can support multi-cloud enterprise offering. And finally, it centralizes data federation, supporting structured and unstructured data. As Company M takes into account the centralized cluster management, the core features now includes cluster management and query management through easy-to-use administration UI, managing cluster resources, monitoring query execution across multiple nodes, evaluating performance bottlenecks between sessions, facilitating drill down to query plans, and monitoring query execution in real time. The second step Company M needs to take is to integrate security into the centralized access management system. This approach involves group access management and data access management. The core features will include easy-to-use administration UI, integration with enterprise authentication and authorization, support of both Kerberos and standard-based single sign-on, support of security assertion markup language in OpenID Connect, configuration of security policies that permit only certain users to access certain data sources, securing data access as well as row and column level access control, and finally, providing advanced and configurable audit and logging capabilities. As you can see from the data migration and maintenance diagrams, the left side of the screen demonstrates the traditional approach for managing various databases. The right side of the screen demonstrates the simplicity of managing databases when using MDACA Big Data Virtualization Cluster. Step 3 involves the development of the process and leverages MDACA Big Data Virtualization for cloud and data migration and maintenance. Step 4 of the MDACA Big Data Virtualization involves research and testing support. Again, if we look at the left side of the screen represents traditional environment processing for availing data to researchers and quality control teams. The right side of the screen displays a concise, less time-consuming, and direct approach to availing data to researchers and quality control teams using MDACA Big Data Virtualization Cluster approach. MDACA Big Data Virtualization setup is complete and ready. Once everything has been configured, MDACA Big Data Virtualization is easy to integrate. It also allows central control and clearly manages user access. MDACA Big Data Virtualization is easy to use and leverages similar tools and approaches required to access traditional databases. And with that, I'd like to thank you for participating in the MDACA training today. If you have any questions or concerns, please let us know. Upon completion of this training, please complete and submit the training survey so that we may improve our process as we go along. Again, thank you for joining us.